Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? Cub here, and welcome back to another episode of our Tekkit Legends Let's Play adventure. We are down here in the basement where, yes, everyone, I have finally gotten the message that these things will not freeze up or blow up. They will just keep going. You don't have to tell me. I understand. Also, didn't know if you guys knew this, but inside of this blast furnace, you can put coal. Go figure. We're not going to. Because as it happens, it doesn't work that well. Unfortunately, it uses like a lot of coal, but it does work. And if you don't want to throw a whole lot of coal in there, there's this nifty little mod called Zeta Industries installed, where you can take 9 pieces of coal and create a block of coal, which is amazing. And apparently, it doesn't burn the length of time of 9 pieces of coal, but 10. So you get like 1 extra piece of charcoal, which is pretty cool. And as you can imagine, I've already created several of them. They have an EMC value, and they're going in here, where they will hopefully burn a little bit longer than a single piece of charcoal, because that just is gone. Now, we're doing really good on Steam. Do we have 2 pipes? Wow, so we have 2 pipes consistently putting out 200 millibuckets of steam, and look, we're generating more steam than we can actually output, because as it gets hotter, it'll produce more steam, which means as we come in here later, if we come in here later and it's almost full on steam, we'll go ahead and add a 3rd pipe so we can get even more power output, which is just incredible to think about. Think about how much energy we're getting out of this. Now, of course, we're using a lot of energy, which has led to a lot of people suggesting I go ahead and build like a power flower to make charcoal, and the funny thing is people will suggest this like I don't know what it is or I've never heard of it. Look, guys, power flowers, solar flowers, whatever you want to call them, they're really cool, and I have used them before, but I don't want to build any right now. See, the thing is, I like the idea of having a big old factory where you have giant coke ovens pumping things into blast furnaces and a big old boiler in the corner. That's fun for me, and if you just start creating things out of thin air, which we will eventually get to, we will eventually build a power flower, but if we just start doing that now, it takes all the fun and the try-harding out of it. Try-harding, not really the right term. It takes all the effort out of it. Look at that, though. We're producing a lot of energy, producing a lot of steam, and these blocks are burning much, much, much better. They're still burning pretty quick. So we're going to have to be cautious with it. We need to keep an eye on it. Also, I added a project table down here for reasons. But today, that's not our big goal. I think that the boiler is just going to keep on running by itself. We're not going to worry too much about it. Today, we're going to get to work on our quarry. Yeah, we've built a lot of power, and it's time for us to start using some of it. Now, I would love to put a quarry in the nether, and I will. But I feel like for the folks who maybe never seen a quarry or not sure how it's going to interact with the other mods in this pack, we should probably start simple. Don't you think, Buttercup? Nope. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. See, he agrees. That was Buttercup agreeing with us. So the first thing we need to do here is build a quarry. Quarry recipe has never changed as far as I know. I think it's probably going to be the same forever. Go ahead and narrow it down. Check this out. Another awesome thing added by Zeta Industries. Zeta Industries is incredible, and we're going to look at a lot of their stuff coming up. We're not going to build this one yet, though. We're going to save that for a little bit later. Let me just promise you right now, it's really awesome. So the quarry actually has an EMC value in this pack, which is incredible. And we're going to go ahead and build it. It's going to be some gears, lots of gears, a diamond pickaxe, and some redstone. It ain't cheap. It's 130. And if we take a look here, we just barely have enough for it. And in fact, we're going to be doing this by the skin of our teeth. Do we by chance have any other items with an EMC value sitting around? No. Okay. So we need to get this quarry. We need to get this quarry built, Buttercup. We got to do that so we can start mining up some things automatically. So iron gears, gold gears, diamond gears. Let's just look up gear and see what we've gotten. So the furthest we've progressed is iron gears, and this is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gears total. So we'll go ahead and grab 4 iron gears. Yeah, okay, and then we're going to grab some gold. Just a stack of that. Why not? And a diamond? That's not going to pan out well at all, is it? Right, we'll get a gold block, and then we will get at least 4 diamonds. Ah, jeez, this is gonna come close, okay? And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take 1 of our iron gears here, and we're gonna turn it into gold. Like so. Awesome, we've got our gold gear. We will throw that in here, teach the recipe, and of course, like I said, we're gonna need 2 of these, but we're gonna go ahead and get 3. Okay, and then we're gonna surround this last one here with diamonds, and I don't know why there's 4 diamonds, or 5 diamonds, but doesn't hurt anything. And of course, we're gonna need 2 of those, so we'll throw this one back in here, teach it to the system. Ah, no. Get our 2 diamond gears, our diamond pickaxe. Wow, and some redstone, and that's it. It's a very straightforward recipe. Expensive, yes, but also straightforward. Have I picked up that redstone? There we go. Can I not, guess I cannot. I will do this myself then. Magically, I will remember this recipe. We know better than that, though, don't we? Oh, wait, where did the redstone? Ah. That might have been our problem right there. there's our quarry. Awesome. Very expensive. Teach that here. It has been learnt. Check that out. Now we need to place this thing somewhere. The question is where? Where are we going to put it? And I'm thinking I want to put it outside the mountain that direction. And you know what? I meant to tidy this thing up between episodes now for like 3 episodes. Haven't done that yet. But what I want to do is I want to punch a hole straight through the wall here, out the other side, and we'll put our quarry over there. And then that way we'll also have tunnel for accessing it. And in order to do that, we're going to need something called a destruction catalyst. Now this thing is amazing. It's also kind of expensive, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 14,000 EMC. Wow, okay, do we have just enough? Is that what I'm looking at here? No, we don't have just enough. Ugh, egads, people, this is not good. You know what this means, don't you? We're gonna have to do one of those things where I'm ill-prepared for the episode, and I have to, like, take a break part way through. So, I don't know, we'll do a 10-second fast forward as I go collect some stuff. That is to say, it's gonna take me a long time, but I'm gonna limit it to 10 seconds. Could go and mine in the nether. The ores there are worth twice as much. Ooh, it's risky, it's risky. Let's give it a try. Oh, we're gonna like have every creature in the nether just raging at us. I forgot we can sacrifice our diamond gear. Look at that, problem solved. We don't need diamond gear. It's great, but it's not something we need. And for the sake of this episode, it's all full up on EMC. We're set to go. We're good to rumble. So for the destruction catalyst, we're gonna need some flint and steel and some Mobius fuel. We'll go ahead and grab those things. Flint and steel. Some Mobius fuel. Gotta grab a stack of that. And then we need to turn some of that into a Nova catalyst, which is just TNT and a piece of Mobius fuel, which creates, in case you were wondering, if you just want to use the Nova catalyst, pretty big bang. Can be very fun. But TNT is not something I believe I've built yet. No, it is not. But you know what I do have? Is I have some sand. And I have some gunpowder. Excellent. So we'll open this back up. Get that recipe out. We've got our TNT. We're gonna need 4 pieces of that. 1, 2, 3, and this makes 4. We will combine it with our Mobius fuel. Oh, look at that. That actually gives us 2. Okay, well, we'll create 1 more. And we will throw it back in here so we can get some more later. Open up our destruction catalyst. And the recipe won't work because of reasons. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of used to that. Reasons are a bit annoying. There we go, destruction catalyst, awesome. Now we're gonna keep a little bit of Mobius fuel in our inventory here. This stuff is expensive, but we're gonna need it because the destruction catalyst requires some sort of fuel in order to operate. In this case, we're gonna use, oh, you know what we could do? We don't have to use Mobius fuel. I was gonna say we can use Mobius fuel as a type of fuel. You can also use gold, glowstone, coal, or alternatively, if you get a Klein Star, which we're gonna get, and you fill it with some EMC, it'll use the EMC out of the Klein Star instead, which is really useful if you want to walk around with glowstone and coal in your inventory and not have it just be sucked into the void. Now this is very simple. Look where you want to go and right click. Automatically removes a 3x3 area. It throws down a little block, which I think just went downstairs. We're not gonna, oh, there it is. When you collect that, it'll give you the items that mined up. Now, if we tap Z, it charges up a little bit more and removes a bigger area. Very nifty. Now, the only problem with this is I want a 3x3 tunnel, but I also want to put stone bricks in the sides. Now, that means I need to dig a 5x5 tunnel. You could probably build a turtle if you wanted to and program it to do this, but I'm lazy. I don't understand turtle logic. So instead, I'm going to kind of cheat the system here. Okay, there's our sides. And there's our bottoms. And now I can, oh, look at this. Apparently I've dug in over here before. Now all I have to do is fill in stone bricks on these sides and this bottom, and we're set to go. Now, of course, I want a big old tunnel to go straight at the end here, so I'm going to keep hitting V till we're fully charged. And if you need to know, you can hold down Shift and hit V, and it charges down. But we're going to charge it all the way up, right click, blast us a tunnel away. Look at that. And we're just going to keep moving forward. And as you can see, it's not using a whole lot of EMC. So we've dug our tunnel out the other end. We'll throw down some torches. I'm glad I grabbed these, because we don't want any baddies spawning in here. And while I'm here, and I'm thinking about it, we'll go ahead and widen the tunnel out. There we go. Put some more torches down. We're good to go. It's now nighttime. I've got a bad feeling about poking around outside and doing any sort of quarry things in the dark. Seems like a bad idea. So we're going to run inside here. You know, big open hole in the wall there. Nothing to worry about. Take a little nap here. We'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong in a world full of zombies and skeletons and giant exploding things? So we're going to step outside here. We're going to find where we're going to put our quarry. And I think probably just right out here would be good. Dig straight down into the side of this, or do we want to ruin the side of our mountain here? We do have a lovely mountainside here. Maybe instead we'll throw it down on top of that little hill there, and we'll just mine up that little hill there. That would be fantastic. We'll do that instead. So I'm gonna have to build like some stairs and stuff to make this a slightly easier journey, but that's something we'll do later. For now, we're just gonna build a little cobblestone bridge across. Awesome. So where are we gonna put this? Well, first off, we're gonna take our quarry. We're gonna drop it down right here. Or, actually, what we need is some landmarks. We'll go ahead and place the quarry here, and I'll show you guys. Once we power it up, it's gonna dig up everything inside of this square. And what we want to do is we want to make that a little bit bigger. So we're going to go inside and we're going to build a few more things, and then we're going to come back out here and I'll show you guys what I've got up my sleeve, what I've got planned. Now during the short walk from out there to in here, I got to thinking, and I figured we might as well go ahead and get everything we need set up inside and then go outside and just activate the quarry right off the bat. So the first thing we're going to build is some landmarks, and landmarks are just redstone torches. So we'll get some redstone, we'll get some sticks, we will take all of these things that we've collected using our destruction catalyst and throw them in here because we definitely don't want to hold on to them. By the way, mining with the destruction catalyst, very quick, very easy. We're also going to need some lapis, so we'll get that out of there. We will create, first off, our redstone torches. There we go. And then we're going to need to create some landmarks by, once again, taking the redstone torches, and this time adding some lapis. And that'll give us a landmark. We're only going to need 3, but I'm going to make 4. Some of you can probably guess the reason. I want to throw one of them inside of here in case we need more later. And there's our landmarks. I'll show you how to use those in a second. Next thing we need to do is we need to get power to the quarry. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but the way that power works with Buildcraft, which is what we have to use to power redstone flux to power our quarry, it's different now than it used to be. It used to be kinesis pipes lost power over distance. They don't do that anymore. Instead, you have different pipes that can carry different amounts of voltage, and no energy is lost over distance. So we could just create a massive chain, and hold on a second. I want to make sure we're still building power, so we'll put that there. What we could do is just create a big old line of kinesis pipes out that door there, and that would work. But we have another option that I think is a little bit better. So if we look up just teleporting here, you'll see we have a series of teleporting pipes. One for items, one for fluids, and one for power. The power teleporting pipe does lose power over distance, but only 10%. Not that bad, and it's easier than creating a big old line of pipes. Now if we're going to build this, you better believe we're also going to go ahead and build an item teleport pipe, which of course doesn't lose any power over distance, nor does it lose items. If it lost 10% of items, that would be one thing. But, you know, it doesn't, so we're not going to worry about it. So you saw back over here, you can build an assembly table if you have a diamond transport pipe and some diamond chips. But why would you do that when you can just as easily do it using diamond gears and glass? So yes, this thing is expensive, but I think it's worth it. So a couple of diamond gears and some glass. Excellent. And that'll give us 4 of these, I believe, which is perfect because that's exactly how many we need. We need 2 of them, one for here and one for the quarry, and then we need 2 more to create our power teleporting pipes, which is just adding redstone, which is pretty much how all kinesis pipes work, so not a big deal there. Also, I wasn't paying attention, but do these have an EMC value? They do. Awesome. So what we're going to go ahead and do is, just while we're thinking about it, in case we need more of these, and this also has an wow, okay. Well, there we go. We got that taken care of. So that's how we're going to get items moved and power moved. And I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Next thing we're going to need to do is we have to take the items that we're getting from the quarry and store them someplace. Now, my plan is to build a massive automated system that takes items that don't have an EMC value and stores them, items that do, and dumps them into our nifty little energy condenser, and then items such as like ores and things, and automatically processes them. We're not going to do that this episode, though, because I'm trying to keep the episodes down to a good 25 minutes or less if possible. Instead, this episode, we're just going to build a big old chest to store everything in. Now, our options are, of course, we have the big old diamond chest and the alchemical chest. Now, the alchemical chest, at first glance, might seem bigger, but the diamond chest actually has 4 additional slots. It's a little bit bigger. However, if we take a look at just chests here, and this is really important, looking at chests. Okay. The alchemical chest is about the cost of a diamond, 8,987 EMC. A diamond chest is a lot more expensive, about 3 times the price, a little bit more than that actually. And is it really worth it for 4 extra stacks? No. We could build like 4 of these and just, we're gonna go with an alchemical chest. And of course, we have one here full of talismans of repair. I don't see a reason to build another one. Instead, we're gonna take that item teleport pipe that we've got, we're gonna drop it down on top of this thing, It'll hook right up. We're going to right click. Oh, did not mean to do that. We're going to right click on it, and we're going to tell it we want it to receive, and we want it to be on frequency 1. That's very important. Remember the frequency, okay? So we're going to leave that there. And I think we have pretty much everything we need to get our thing running outside. The only other thing I think we might need is another kinesis pipe. And here is why. Sometimes in certain mod packs, you have to have a wooden kinesis pipe to get the power flowing out of the power teleporting pipe. Is this going to be one of those instances? I don't know. All I'm saying is that sometimes that is a thing. Oh, we're also going to need an output. And I think I probably have a power output. Yes, I do, right there, energy output. We're going to take that downstairs with us, and we're going to hook it up so we can start getting power out. And again, there's a 10% power loss, but that's not really a situation we're worried about. How are we doing here? Oh, wow, we're still chunked and loaded with our blocks of charcoal, and we are producing a lot of steam. What's our temperature at right now? Only 400. Okay, well, you know what that means. We need to go ahead, and I know that we're kind of taking a second out of our mission here, but we need to go ahead and start getting more coal out of there. Or more, let's see, were we using obsidian pipes for that, I believe? Yes, we were. Get some more obsidian fluid pipes. We need to start getting more steam out of there, because we don't want it to hit a steam cap and then just start wasting coal, keeping the thing hot, but not utilizing the steam. If we can get like 300 millibuckets of steam out, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing now. 200 out, or we're taking in 200 millibuckets of steam and pumping out 275 RF. Wow, check that out. We're now taking in 300 millibuckets of steam and putting out 262, 263 RF per tick, which is crazy. And it says that the output is limited, which it might very well be. I don't know how much. Wow, this thing is not too far from being full. That's pretty crazy. Wow, we've maxed them out. We've actually done it, and we need to start using this energy then. We need to put this quarry to work, which was exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take our energy output, and we're going to throw it down probably right... Oh, if we could put it on the bottom, that would work, because we're not going to be doing... we'll do it simple. Throw it over here on this side. We've got our energy output. We're going to take our teleport pipe, right-click it on there. Excellent. We're going to... did that again. We're going to right-click on it, tell it to send only. And we're going to set it to frequency 1 as well. We'll set it to 2 so no one gets confused. So we have energy on 2. And then we're going to head back out to our quarry. And through the magic of editing, we're here. We're going to go ahead and destroy our quarry. Tragic though that may seem. Got our quarry back. What we need to do is we need to set some markers up so that this thing knows where to mine. Now, since we're kind of floating around in the air, this is going to be a little bit more difficult. I wish I'd brought some more cobblestone with me so that I would, you know what, we can get cobblestone pretty quickly here. Let's just... oh, I know where we'll get it from. We're going to be mining all this out anyway, so we'll just hop down here. Excellent. Got my stacks of cobblestone. So the only quirk with these markers that we've got up here is that we have to put them level to each other. So I guess the quarry's going to go, we'll say right here. So we'll place our markers. We'll put one over here. Seems about far enough out, I guess. And we'll put one out here. There we go. So that's a pretty big area. We're going to take our markers and we're going to throw one here. Put one up here on this corner. And we need to put the last one out there. So let's get to building and hope we have enough cobblestone. There we go. We've built about as far as we can, and I'm okay with that. That's good enough. We're going to throw down our... Oh, no! Well, fudge sticks. It's getting dark now. We're going to be attacked by monsters. No one's going to be able to see what I'm doing. We'll put our last landmark down there, and then we're going to run to this corner one. And it's important you do this at this corner one, otherwise this will not work right. Looking at the corner one, right-click. We get a giant red square. Oh. Okay. We're going to pull out our quarry. We're going to plop it down right here. And there you go. You see it's taken up the entire red square area with the quarry. Next thing, we're going to have to take the items that are taken out of the quarry. We'll throw this on top. I don't think it matters, though. We'll set it to send only on frequency 1. Remember, that's the same frequency we set as the one inside. And then we need to get power into this thing. And here's where we find out if we actually need... Okay, that looks like that's going to work. We want it to receive power on frequency 2. And we want it to receive. So if this works, the quarry should now start operating. Yeah, folks, I'd be lying to you right now if I said that sometimes these weren't a little bit difficult to get going. But if we set it up now to receive... No, still nothing. Okay. Set to receive on frequency 2. Should go into the quarry. Why are you not working? Let's go and check our output. Actually, folks, it's funny. I think I just remembered what I did wrong. Do you remember a little while back when we realized we had to have wooden kinesis pipes on our RF battery? Anybody else remember that? I kind of remember it. I don't think we did that, did we, when we set it back up? There we go. So energy's now flowing out of there. And you, sir. I think we're probably gonna have to do the same with you. So we'll set that up, and we'll set this up here. We don't want you in this weird loop, though. Please send on frequency 2. There we go. Now power is being sent. That's what we wanted. Now if we head outside here, we will see that our quarry is in fact operating and assembling the way we was supposed to, the way I had originally intended it to operate. And it's moving pretty quick. Now I'm not sure if all of this is necessary, but at the same time it's working, so I don't feel compelled to take it apart to see. I'm feeling pretty happy with it. The more power you feed this thing, the faster it'll go, and as you can see, it's pretty fast already, and that witch there better be careful, or it might just get mined right up. That does not happen. It has in the past, though, and I'm not sure if it still does in this version. If something dies, it will mine up their remains, which is pretty cool. Now, of course, you're going to have some problems with this thing. If it runs into some water or some lava, especially if you're on a server, you might have some issues. Don't worry about it unloading. It will stay loaded because it has its own little world loader. The only thing I'm concerned about is will it stay loaded inside of the house if I'm not at the house to be there when the items arrive. See, the thing is, it's going to be magically teleporting items to the house, and while the quarry stays loaded, it has its own built-in world loader. The house might not, which means we might have to fix that. We might have to build like a world loader or a chunk loader or something, but that's something we're going to have to do at another time. Let's make sure that this is working. Look at that. We're getting items. Awesome. We can go ahead and we could, I guess, move some of those to the alchemical chest here. Of course, if it doesn't have an AMC value, it won't go in there, so we could just have items spewing all over the floor. We'll have to create a filter system. But that's it for this episode, folks. We're magically teleporting power, which is really neat, and we're getting items from our quarry. Next episode, I guess we'll look a little bit at automation. Let's check this out, though. We're getting very consistent. Are we not getting consistent millibuckets per tick? We're definitely producing a lot of steam. We're definitely heated up. Is it possible that maybe we're on a full charge? Maybe we need to use more power. Or in fact, maybe just add another... Is this draining faster than it's getting energy? No? Let's create more storage. I was going to build another advanced energy expansion unit, but we don't have quite enough EMC. Although, hopefully that'll change here soon. For now, we're just gonna go ahead and start using power, I guess. We've gotta do something with it. And I'll see you folks next time. Bye! We've got your basic garden variety nuke, okay? It's chocked full of plutonium and industrial TNT. We're gonna go blow it up.
Full to the brim!
Filled to the brim with industrial strength TNT, the best that money could spawn in. All right.
What? No.
Spawn? What? No, we built all this. That's what we've been doing the last 2 weeks.